Hi, this is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today. I'm in San Jose at the Search Engine Strategies Conference here with Scott Brinker, whose company works with landing pages. And you were talking about landing pages 2.0. It sounds like a buzzword. What do you mean by that, Scott?
Nothing wrong with a little buzzword. So what we really try and get marketers to do is think about more creative ways to have landing pages that aren't the plain old landing page format.
Okay.
And you've seen the plain old landing page format, headline, body copy, form, button.
It works.
It works to a degree. I mean, the average conversion rate is like 3 or 4%.
Okay.
But quite frankly, a lot of marketers go through them on autopilot, and even a lot of respondents tend to go through them on autopilot because they've just seen the same thing so many times.
So what are some creative things you could do?
So as soon as you realize that there really are no rules for your landing page other than finding something that works, you can start to experiment with things like multi-page landing experiences. So instead of trying to cram everything into one page, possibly having, a 2 or 3 page little something between a landing page and a microsite, somewhere in between the two.
Kind of a path.
A conversion path, exactly.
Okay, so that's one creative approach. What else?
So we've also seen marketers start to include more rich media, such as flash and video inside landing pages. Now, you don't want your entire landing page to be a flash because that does bad things with Google quality scores and whatnot, but to have core content on your landing page, but then some supplements that are a little bit more interactive, a little bit more visual, can really engage people and catch their attention.
What does Google do when it sees a video on landing pages? For example, does it hurt your quality score?
So it's really hard to get into Google's head and know exactly what they do. I think typically, if you take them at face value, they check these landing pages both automatically and manually to make sure that it matches what the ad was, and that you're not pulling a fast one, and that it's generally unique content. And when you think about what we're talking about of saying make your landing pages a little bit more creative, a little bit more engaging, we're very much in the spirit of what Google wants, which is...
What are some other ways to engage people when they come to your landing page?
So one we've started experimenting with is including an intersection between social media and landing pages. For instance, for B2B marketers, a typical landing page might be to promote a webinar or a white paper. Fill out the form, you download it.
Right.
So lots of people have seen that before. What we've started experimenting with is now on the thank you page of these webinar signups and white paper signups is giving people little micro forums so that people can raise questions, and it's not just a one-way, question to the person running, the landing page, but it's a question that everyone else who comes to the landing page can see, and then the person running the page can respond to it, and it becomes a little bit more interactive, a little more engaged.
And this is after they have filled out the form.
Yes, but now you can actually promote that earlier on. You can say, sign up for our webinar, and in addition, you'll be able to ask a question that we'll address in the webinar, and you can see the other questions that other people are interested in as well.
So it's a way to get them to fill out the form.
Yes, and then to keep them more engaged once they have.
Now, you were saying that the average, 1.0 landing pages was maybe 3 to 4%. What kinds of boosts are you seeing? Not your highest conversion rates, but what range do you think is realistic?
So it depends a lot on what you're trying to do. When we deal with people who are doing lead generation through landing pages, a very common approach, we like to see double-digit conversion rates, so at least 10%. Okay. If we can get as high as 20%, 25%, that's great. Sometimes for people who are doing e-commerce or transactions, typically the conversion rates are about half that. But again, when you think the original conversion rate we're starting with is 2%, 3%. Yeah. Even being able to get that up to 6% or 7%.
Well, even a 1%
difference.
Bump is going to make a huge difference in your profits.
Exactly.
So, well, thanks for sharing with us a little bit about that. Tell me about your company and what you do.
Sure. So we create software.
What's your company?
Ion Interactive.
Ion Interactive.
And we create software to let marketers create, test, and analyze these landing page 2.0 experiences.
Very good. Well, thanks so much for sharing with us. This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today.